Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Are you really living or are you just existing? Because if you're just existing, then this message is for you. You see, change isn't something that just happens. Change isn't luck. Change isn't waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, or the right people to come into your life. Change is a decision, a mindset, a discipline. And if you're not willing to step into that uncomfortable space where change happens, then let me tell you something. You will wake up 5, 10, maybe 20 years from now, still stuck in the same place, still wondering why your life never moved forward. Change begins the moment you make a decision, an unshakable, no turning back, burn the bridges kind of decision. Not a wish, not a hope, a decision. Too many people wait for the perfect moment, the right circumstances, or a sign from the universe before they take action. But let me tell you something, the perfect moment does not exist. You don't need permission to change your life. You don't need approval. What you need is a reason so strong that nothing, not fear, not doubt, not failure, can shake it. Because when you decide, truly decide, everything else starts to fall into place. The excuses disappear, the distractions fade, and suddenly what once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. But here's the catch. You have to commit, not just with your words, but with your actions every single day, when it's hard, when it's uncomfortable, when no one is watching. Because real change doesn't happen when you feel like it. It happens when you make it happen. Fear is the enemy of progress. It whispers in your ear, telling you you're not good enough, not ready, not capable. It convinces you that staying where you are is safer than stepping into the unknown. But let me tell you something. Fear is a liar. Fear will dress itself up as logic. It will disguise itself as caution. It will even try to sound like the voice of reason. But in reality, fear is just an illusion, a wall made of paper that looks like stone. And the moment you push through it, you realize something powerful. It was never real to begin with. Think about the times fear has held you back. The opportunities you didn't take, the dreams you put on hold, the moments you stood on the edge of something great but let doubt pull you back. Now ask yourself, where would you be if you had just taken that leap? The truth is, everything you want is on the other side of fear. And the only way to beat it is to do the very thing it tells you not to do. Speak up, step forward, take the risk, because the more you challenge fear, the weaker it gets. And one day you'll look back and realize it was never fear that stopped you, it was you believing it. You will fail. That's not a possibility, it's a guarantee. But the question is, what will you do with that failure? Will you let it define you, or will you use it to build the foundation of your success? Every great person you admire, every leader, every innovator, every champion has failed. And not just once, over and over again. The difference is they didn't stop. They didn't let failure become their identity. They learned from it, adjusted, and kept moving forward. See, failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a part of success. It's a test, a lesson, a stepping stone. You don't lose when you fail. You lose when you quit. The greatest breakthroughs in history came from people who refused to give up. They understood that every setback was setting them up for something greater. So the next time you fall, don't stay down, get up. Take the lesson, use it as fuel, because every failure brings you one step closer to where you're meant to be. Fail fast, fail often, but most importantly, fail forward. Motivation feels good. It's that spark, that rush of energy when you hear an inspiring speech, read a powerful book, or watch someone achieve greatness. But here's the problem. Motivation fades. It comes and goes like the wind. And if you rely on motivation alone to create change, you'll never get anywhere. What separates the people who succeed from the ones who don't isn't motivation, it's discipline. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation is gone. Discipline is waking up early to work on your goals, even when you're tired. It's choosing to put in the extra effort when no one is watching. It's doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. Because let me tell you something, your feelings don't matter when it comes to success. You won't always feel like putting in the work. You won't always feel inspired. But if you are disciplined, you do it anyway. Why? Because your future depends on it. You have to train yourself to show up every day no matter how you feel. Because in the end, success doesn't belong to the most talented. It doesn't belong to the smartest. It belongs to the ones who are disciplined enough to keep going long after the motivation has disappeared. Look around you, the people you spend time with, the conversations you have, the energy you allow into your life. They shape you more than you realize. If you surround yourself with people who complain, make excuses, and settle for less, guess what? You'll start doing the same. But if you surround yourself with people who push you, challenge you, and inspire you to be better, your entire mindset will shift. You've got to be intentional about who you allow in your circle. Find people who are hungry for success, hungry for growth, hungry for greatness, people who think bigger, who dream bigger, who take action. When you're around them, you can't help but level up. Their energy, their mindset, their work ethic, it's contagious. But sometimes making that shift means letting go of certain relationships. And that's not easy. It's hard to walk away from people you've known for years. But ask yourself this: are they helping you grow, or are they holding you back? If they're not pushing you forward, they're pulling you down, and you can't afford that. Success isn't just about what you do, it's about who you do it with. Choose your circle wisely, because the right people won't just change your mindset, they'll change your life. You can have all the talent in the world, all the intelligence, all the opportunities, but if you don't put in the work, none of it matters. Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. But here's the thing: hard work alone isn't enough. You need something deeper. You need faith. Faith is what keeps you going when the results aren't showing up yet. Faith is believing in the process, even when it feels like nothing is working. Faith is what allows you to push past obstacles, because you know, not think, not hope, but know that what you're working toward is possible. But faith without effort is just wishful thinking. You can't pray for success and then sit back waiting for it to show up. You have to move, you have to grind, you have to show up every single day, putting in the work, trusting that every step forward is getting you closer to your goal. You see, faith and hard work go hand in hand. Faith gives you the vision, hard work makes it real. Faith gives you the strength, hard work puts that strength to use. If you want to create change in your life, you need both. Believe it, work for it, and watch what happens. Comfort is the enemy of growth. It feels good to stay where things are familiar, where you know what to expect, where you don't have to struggle. But here's the truth: nothing great happens in your comfort zone. If you want to grow, if you want to evolve, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable. You have to step into situations where you don't have all the answers, where you feel uncertain, where you might fail. That's the space where real change happens. That's where you learn, where you sharpen your skills, where you develop the resilience to handle anything life throws at you. Think about a seed. If it never breaks through the soil, it never becomes a tree. If it stays buried in the dark, afraid to push upward, it never reaches the sunlight. You are no different. If you refuse to push yourself beyond what's easy, you will never become what you were meant to be. Discomfort is a sign that you're growing. The struggle, the pressure, the challenges, they're shaping you, making you stronger, preparing you for something bigger. So don't run from discomfort, chase it, lean into it. Because on the other side of discomfort is transformation. Life isn't just about what you achieve, it's about what you leave behind. The impact you make, the lives you touch, the difference you create in the world. Because at the end of the day, success means nothing if it only serves you. Real success is about legacy. Think about the people who inspire you, the ones who changed the game, who shifted the culture, who made an impact so deep that their influence still lives on. What do they all have in common? They didn't just take, they gave. They didn't just chase personal success, they built something bigger than themselves. You have the power to do the same. Your actions, your choices, your work, it all matters. Whether you realize it or not, someone is watching you. Someone is learning from you. Someone is being shaped by what you do. The question is, what kind of example are you setting? Don't just focus on the money, the fame, or the titles. Focus on what you're building that will outlive you. How will people remember you? What mark will you leave on this world? Because at the end of the road, it won't be about how much you had. It'll be about how much you gave, how much you lifted others up, and how much better the world became because you were here. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can either be your greatest weapon or your biggest limitation. Everything you do, every decision you make, every action you take, it all starts in your mind. If you believe something is impossible, you won't even try. But if you believe, truly believe that change is possible, you'll find a way to make it happen. The problem is most people let their minds work against them. They focus on what they can't do, what's too hard, what might go wrong. They replay past failures, doubt their abilities, and allow negative thoughts to control them. But let me tell you something. Your thoughts create your reality. If you think small, you'll live small. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you're not ready, that you're stuck, that will become your truth. But if you reprogram your mind to think bigger, to believe in yourself, to see challenges as opportunities instead of obstacles, everything changes. The first step to creating real change is changing the way you think. Train your mind like you train your body. Feed it positivity, protect it from negativity, challenge it daily. Because once your mind is strong, once you truly believe in yourself, there is nothing you can't accomplish. People often think change comes from one big moment, one breakthrough, one lucky chance, one massive leap forward. But that's not how real change works. Change is built on small, consistent actions, repeated every single day. It's not about running a marathon overnight. It's about running a little bit every day until one day you're ready for the marathon. It's not about making $1 million in a month. It's about making smart financial choices, working hard, and staying disciplined until the wealth comes. The problem is most people want instant results. They want to see success immediately, and when they don't, they quit. But success doesn't happen in a day. It happens in the daily grind, the small habits, the invisible progress that adds up over time. Every great achievement in history started with small steps. Every champion, every leader, every game changer built their success brick by brick, moment by moment, day by day. So stop waiting for a dramatic breakthrough and start focusing on the small things you can do today. Because if you stay consistent, those small actions will turn into something big, something life-changing. Excuses are easy. They're comfortable. They give you a way out, a reason to stay exactly where you are. But let me tell you the truth. Excuses are stealing your future. Every time you say, I don't have time, or I'm not ready, or it's too hard, you're choosing to stay stuck. You can have results or you can have excuses, but you can't have both. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who had perfect circumstances or unlimited resources. They are the ones who refuse to let excuses hold them back. They found a way. They made time. They worked through the difficulties. Think about it. Every time you make an excuse, you're giving up control. You're telling yourself that something outside of you is in charge of your success. But the moment you stop making excuses is the moment you take your power back. No more blaming the past. No more waiting for the perfect time. No more convincing yourself that you're not capable. The truth is, you have everything you need to start right now. The only thing standing in your way is the excuse you keep telling yourself. So drop the excuses, step up, and start creating the life you deserve.